Hello, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. We're bringing to you the basics of business growth. But today I want to talk about 3 organizational basics that I'm helping several clients get in, and it's producing positive results. Hi, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven, and I'm going to share a document with you today. So if you're watching, you'll get to see it. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, you will be able to listen along because I'll read it to you. There are 3 organizational basics that I find routinely out with overworked executives or business owners. I sit on the board of a couple of companies. I am a business owner myself. I consult. And I do podcasts and YouTube videos, and I get comments, and I talk to people on the phone. And if I'm talking to a business owner, commonly they are overworked, underpaid, frustrated about not getting things done in time, and seemingly to work really long hours, but not getting anything done, like they're running around in circles. Organization really is, how do I establish my life so that I can get the most amount of productivity in the shortest amount of time? Organization really is about efficiency that results in survival. How do I arrange things, people, tasks, duties, divisions, departments, programs, projects? How do I make this all work together? And so I'm one of my partners, great guy, very productive, but, burning the candle at both ends. And so I wanted to share with you this document that I kind of summarized for him. And I'm going to go over this document to share what these organizational basics are. So number 1 is a set schedule. This guy had or has multiple meetings throughout the week, but only one of them is established as a set schedule. The other ones happen whenever they happen, whenever we have, quote unquote, time for it. But there's never any time because they're disorganized. So all the disorganization eats up their time, so they never meet. And when they do meet, they're pissed off at each other because they didn't meet, and a lot of things were left undone. So I simply established, I go, well, who do you need to coordinate with? And we established that in addition to his one meeting, there were 4 other meetings that needed to occur on a weekly basis and 2 that needed to happen on a monthly basis. The monthly ones were like meet with the CPA, which maybe would take an hour or 2. So it's like, okay, let's get a Google Calendar and let's establish a set schedule. First Saturday of every month, we're meeting with the CPA at 9 a.m. And then we tried to fit all of the meetings, except for one, into Friday morning, because Friday tended to be a slower production day. Hence, a set schedule, one that does not hinder production, but facilitates productivity. So we don't want to have just meetings randomly placed. We want them, when do you not get the busiest? When are you the least busiest? Good, we'll put the meetings in there. 9 to 10 is this one, 10 to 11 is that one. And you can literally bang out all 4 meetings in 4 hours. I said, bring snacks, bring water, breaks as you need it. But now you got everything done within 4 hours within a week. Very efficient. A set schedule, one that does not hinder production, but one that facilitates productivity. So that was point number 1. Point number 2, establish agendas. You want to set, in the meeting, ideally, what the agenda will be for the next meeting. And if things change, you can use Slack, a project management system, email, whatever you're using to actually establish an agenda. This allows people to be prepared. Preparation is 90% of the success of organization. If I know that in 7 days I've got to have these 3 reports and I've got to have these 3 tasks accomplished, then I have 7 days to not only prepare to do it, but to do it and then announce what I did, plus also know what is going to be expected of me of next week before the meeting. But see, there was no established written agenda. So what I typically do is if I have certain tasks that I want somebody done, I will publish them either in an email or a project management system. I use Slack. So now there it is. Here's the agenda. It's in writing. We can't forget about it. There's no he said, she said, and I forgot. Oh yeah, now I remember. There's none of that. It's in writing. Which brings me to my third point. Assign all tasks in writing. Tell people what you want done and put it in writing. Again, either an email, a Google Doc, or some type of project management system so that they can refer to in writing exactly where you want. Now, this is important on this point, that you as an executive are articulate and specific on what you want done and what is expected. You've got to get rid of the generalities. One of the great attributes of a leader is giving clear, precise orders that can be accomplished within the resources and skill sets of the individual. I'll say that again. You have to give clear and concise and specific orders to an individual that can accomplish them within their resources and skill sets. If they don't have the skill sets or resources, give the order to someone who does. Period. I'm not going to give the order to weld something to someone who can't weld or does not have welding equipment. That would be stupid as a leader. So you have to know as a leader, who do you have? Who are your resources? And if you don't have them, then you need to acquire them or go outside your realm and find them. Outsource the task. If your marketing guy doesn't know SEO, hire an SEO company. Simple. But don't ask the guy who doesn't understand search engine optimization to do your SEO. That would just be stupid. When we put these 3 basics in, and I know there's way more that organization covers. Our organizational charts, flow charts, systems, I get it. I'm just trying to, baby steps here, as the Japanese would, philosophy, Kaizen. Let's start making small, continuous improvements. That's what Kaizen means. Here's the Kaizen steps for most executives and most small business owners that are frustrated with their help. Now, I could probably assign a 4th one here, which would be always be educating your team on the duties that you want them to perform, whether it's online classes, college courses, reading books, attending webinars, listening to podcasts, all of the above. I would say point number 4 is enhance the abilities and skills and knowledge sets of yourself and your team members. That would be point number 4 if I was to add that in terms of a simplistic, basic organizational pattern that I would want to see in any executive. But I guarantee you, if you were to interview or sit down with an executive that is overwhelmed, that is frustrated with the progress or lack of with his team members, I guarantee you these are the 4 points that we're going to find out. This has been another edition of Growth Driven. You make it a great day. Bye-bye.